So, welcome everyone to this full moon meditation and lunar eclipse. I don't know if you're feeling it, but holy moly, there's a lot happening in the cosmos right now. Um, yeah, I've been talking to different people and, watching the news like everyone and having news from relatives that stuff that um some people are ill and some people have passed, and I don't know, it's just like there's so much going on. So hopefully this meditation is going to help us ground ourselves. That's going to be the goal, is to get grounded and try to manage all of that energy that's out there. So I'm going to do as usual. We're going to start by a presentation, just to put the setting on what's going on with this full moon. It's going to be a short one this time because there's no new people, so I'm not explaining the sari sasa and the meditation, and we're just going to go through it. There's yeah, nothing really new. So we'll be starting the meditation as soon as I'm done doing the quick little presentation. So I'm going to share my screen and hopefully find what I'm looking for. Um, okay, like this. Push this also. Um, okay, I'm going to move you guys on this side. And here it is. Okay, can you see that? The blood moon. Okay, I'm just going to make sure that I'm going full screen here. So, okay, full moon mantra meditation. Blood warm moon in Virgo and lunar eclipse. Just seeing those words, right? I don't want to scare you off. It's not as scary as it looks, but we'll try to understand what's going on. So, what is a warm moon? So the name War Moon is given by the old Farmer's Almanac, is referring to the return of earthworms to the soil's warming surface in spring, which brings robins back from their winter nesting grounds to feed. So good news. As I was looking at the name of the moon, I'm like, oh, War Moon. I don't really like that name, but I really quite like that description because we're going towards spring, and it is particularly warm right now and for the weekend to come. So that's good news. And yeah, the earthworms are coming up on top of the soil. So that's why it's called the warm moon. And that's like every year. These moons, these full moons, have names that were given by the old Farmer's Almanac. Now, it's also a blood moon. What is a blood moon? So, blood moons are full moons with complete lunar eclipses, which gives the full moon a striking coppery orange red color. For a lunar eclipse to happen, our planet must be precisely located between the sun and the moon, with Earth's shadow falling across the latter's surface. This eclipse may push us to reevaluate our routines, health, and daily responsibilities. So apparently we are entering an eclipse season, and there's going to be another eclipse on the new moon on the 29th, where will be our completing our six not 6 weeks, but 3 month session. And it's going to be a solar eclipse, partial solar eclipse, I think, but it's happening on the new moon. And so when there's eclipses, we're noticing that it's like the energy is even more heightened than when it's just an ordinary full moon. So that's why you might have been feeling a lot of changes and a lot of maybe bizarre energy that's going around. Now, this full moon is in the sign of Virgo. I think I wrote that wrong. I think it's E, but Virgo. So no, that's right. So Virgo is ruled by Mercury, which governs intellect, communication, and analytical thinking. The full moon in Virgo points to what must be released, including perfectionism, overanalysis, and the belief that we must earn our worth. This placement asks us to examine where we've become overly critical, and where we've let anxiety override intuition, and where we've chosen control over trust. Virgo amplifies our fear of mistakes and patterns of self-criticism that keep souls playing small. There's so much information in there, and I could recognize parts of myself in there. And I'm sure some of you are also, um, listening to this and saying, oh, yeah, okay, I can relate to this. So, this full moon in Virgo is inviting us to release perfectionism and control and to embrace flow and trust instead. The full moon supports this release, helping you access the highest vibrations that will help you live your life to the fullest. So, very interesting theme with the full moon in Virgo. And that brings me to, I just thought when I read that description of the full moon in Virgo, I've been reading this book, and it's been a topic that's been around with friends of mine, and if we're all in, some of us are in the same circles with Lori, and even if you're at all familiar with Mel Robbins, she has a podcast. She just wrote that book, The Let Them Theory, and yeah, everybody's talking about that. So I was like, oh my God, what a perfect timing to be reading this book and to be trying to understand this theory with, the invitation to let go of control. So I just wanted to have a little wink at that book, and if you're interested in knowing a little bit more, then we can chat about it later. But what it is, it's a theory is about releasing the need to control or force situations and people. It encourages acceptance, self-respect, and inner peace. Instead of resisting, simply let them and focus on your own journey. So what it talks, it's I just took out different points of the theory. So accept that you can't control others. People will do what they want, and it's not your job to change them. Instead of feeling upset when someone behaves differently than you'd like, you just let them. And then another point is you want to protect your peace and energy. So if some of you did the meditation with Lori this morning, that was her theme. It was protect our peace. Instead of wasting energy trying to convince, correct, or control others, focus on your own emotional well-being. This reduces anxiety and frustration, giving you peace of mind. And then it gives you clarity on relationships as well. If someone doesn't invite you, support you, or treat you the way you expect, don't overthink it, just let them. This reveals who truly values and aligns with you, right? You can learn from that. Stop seeking validation. You don't need to chase people for approval or acceptance. If someone doesn't see your worth, let them miss out. Reduces unnecessary drama when you stop trying to control how others act. You naturally avoid conflict and drama. So, and this last sentence I kind of added, just let them and then let you be. So everyone has the right to be the way they are, right? Just let them be and let you be you. So I'm just going to stop the share and come back to you guys. So that is the overall theme of our session today. Um, so if you do have a journal close, if you have a pen, a piece of paper, or if you don't, just maybe think about something that you would like to release tonight. We're going to do a lot of release. Um, so it could be like examples of releasing perfectionism, releasing the fear of making mistakes, over analysis of our mistakes, and the belief that we're not enough. And I'm just giving some examples there. So whatever rings with you, resonates with you. Being overly critical of ourselves, being critical of others, um, let go of anxiety, um, and sometimes we're playing small because we're afraid to show our true colors. So maybe pick something that you would really love to let go with this full moon. And we're going to um, do a lion's breath exercise. Again, I could not do it. And we're going to release with some shaking. I could not do that either. And we'll add something different today after the shaking. We're going to stand to the sound of the gong. So that's going to be something new, very powerful. And then we'll do a little bit of breath work. Um, and we'll get chanting. We'll chant the Bija mantra I'm, which is the feminine side of Om. So we'll go get that. This whole feminine energy of the moon is all about creation, creating intuition, trust, creativity. So pretty much like the opposite of control and of the need to be perfect, right? It's just like trusting that our intuition is going to lead us um, where we need to go. And so we'll be playing with the Bija mantra I'm, and then we'll do our Sare Sasa with the mudra. So that's kind of where we're going with all of this. Okay, so once you've written down your word or your phrase, I'm just wondering how I'm going to do the music for shaking. It's here. Perfect. And then the gong is there. Okay, so I'll give you another minute or so to finish writing. And we're going to start seated, but then we're going to get up. So if you need to move things around, you go ahead and do that. Just going to grab a sip of water. And I do have my little jar of water by the window and my crystals. So we'll take 3 big cleansing breaths to start. So deep into the belly, bringing in some fresh air. And then letting it go all at once. 2 more times, breathing in and out. And a third time. And out. Now we'll do 5 lion's breaths. So again, having your lion's pause on your knees. So we open the eyes for this one, nice and wide. So we breathe in through the nose and let it out with the tongue out. Breathe in and release. And breathe in and release whatever it is that you wrote on that paper. And 2 more. And 1 more. Nice. So I will put some music on. So this music is from a Kundalini practice. It's for shaking. It's instrumental. We're going to do 3 minutes, about 3 minutes of shaking. And then when we're done that, I'm going to put on another music. Hopefully it's going to be a smooth transition. And you're going to hear the gong, someone playing the gong. And I'm inviting you to just stand there and just listen to the sound of the gong. So what's really interesting, so about the shaking, it's a release of whatever it is that you need to release, all the energy, negative energy that you want to release. And the sound of the gong is used a lot in Kundalini to deconstruct some patterns that we have. So because the sound is so unfamiliar, I guess, and it's very powerful, and it has a big resonance, a big vibration, it kind of, you can't really rationalize it, or so it really helps to deconstruct some very deep patterns that we have inside. So we'll do 2 minutes of that, and then we'll stand in silence for another minute or so before we get into our chanting. Okay, so I invite you to stand, and I'll just, ooh, there's static. I'll just move this up like that. And so the shaking is really grounding ourselves. I have to stop this for a minute. invite you to stop there. Just stay grounded, feeling your feet. Listen to your breath. Now stand in silence for a minute. So before we transition to sitting, we're just going to do another breath exercise, movement exercise, just to finish to finish with that release. So breathing in two-part inhalation, and then we're going to let it all go at once. So breathing in, I'm turning my palms and I continue breathing in some more. And then I release. 2 more times. So breathe in. I turn my palms out, up, breathe in again. And then, and one last time, breathe in. Turn around, breathe in. And you can now transition to a sitting position. And if you want to write anything in your journal at this point, you have a minute to do so. If there's any insight, anything that showed up. And we're going to get into an extended exhalation exercise before we start chanting. So this is just to help us calm our nervous system. So we've done a lot of release. Now we're just going to calm down a little bit. And so breathe in deeply for 4 and then out for a longer period. Maybe what we'll do tonight, just to add a little bit, is we'll have that transition between the inhalation and exhalation. We'll just suspend it for 1 or 2 counts, and then we'll let it go slowly. So breathing in through your nose, 2, 3, 4, suspend, and then out, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and in. Suspend, 2, 3, and out through the mouth, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and in. Suspend, and out, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and in. Suspend, and out. And in. Suspend, and out. And in. Suspend, and out. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And 2 more. Suspend, and out. One last one. You can let your breath return to whatever feels normal for you. And take some time to feel. So we're going to use this Bija mantra tonight, which is a relative of Om, but we're changing the letter U for the letter I, and the sound is E in Sanskrit. So A-I-M. So when we chant it, it goes I'm. And the energy that emanates from I'm is a feminine energy. It is a bija mantra for a lot of female or feminine deities. It's the energy of creativity, of knowledge, of wisdom, intuition, and everything related to the womb and mothering. So you can use any mudra that you would like with your hands, so they could be resting on your lap. You can do the Gayan mudra with 3 fingers extended and having your thumb and your index forming a circle. There's also the Yoni mudra that we did once, where it is located at your navel, and that represents the womb. That's a beautiful one to do. If you want to do that, you're just resting your arms on your thighs, and your thumbs are together, your index are together, the rest of your fingers are interlaced. And then there's also this one that helps with concentration. So you just put your right hand on your left and your thumbs together. So whatever feels good for you. I think I'm going to do this Yoni mudra. And so we're going to chant I'm going to say about 5 minutes. So breathe in to chant. I'm taking a minute in silence, welcoming this feminine wisdom, this mother energy, this knowing, this intuition, welcoming it in. And we'll finish with our main mantra tonight, which is Sa Re Sa Sa, Sa Re Sa Sa, Sa Re Sa Sa, Sa Rang, Har Re Har Har, Har Re Har Har, Har Re Har Har, Har Rang. So we'll do that for 11 minutes. I'll set some rhythm. So with the mudra, starting heart center, sa re sa sa, sa re sa sa, sa re sa sa, sa ram, ha re ha ha re ha re ha ram, sa re sa sa, sa re sa sa, sa re sa sa, sa ram, ha re ha re ha re ram, sa re sa sa, sa re sa sa, sa re sa sa, sa ram, ha re ha re ha re ram, sa re sa sa, sa re sa sa, sa re sa sa, sa ram, ha re ha re ram, sa re sa sa, sa re sa sa, sa re sa sa, sa ram, ha re ha re ha sa sa re sa 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 ram. Ha re re ha re ha re ha re re ha re ha re re ha re ha re ha re ram. Sa re sa 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 re sa 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 re sa 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 ram. Ha re re ha re ha re ha re re ha re ha re re ha re ha re ha re ram. Sa re sa 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 re sa 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 re sa 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 ram. Ha re re ha re ha re ha re re ha re ha re re ha re ha re ha re ram. Sa re sa 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 re sa 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 re sa 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 ram. Ha re re ha re ha re ha re re ha re ha re re ha re ha re ha re ram. Sa re sa 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 re sa 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 re sa 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 ram. Ha re re ha re ha re ha re re ha re ha re re ha re ha re ha re ram. Sa re sa 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 re sa 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 re sa 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 ram. Ha re re ha re ha re ha re re ha re ha re re ha re ha re ha re ram. Sa re sa 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 re sa 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 re sa 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 ram. Ha re re ha re ha re ha re re ha re ha re re ha re ha re ha re ram. Sa re sa 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 re sa 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 re sa 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 ram. Ha re re ha re ha re ha re re ha re ha re re ha re ha re ha re ram. Sa re sa 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 re sa 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 re sa 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 ram. Ha re re ha re ha re ha re re ha re ha re re ha re ha re ha re ram. Sa re sa 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 re sa 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 re sa 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 ram. Ha re re ha re ha re ha re re ha re ha re re ha re ha re ha re ram. Sa re sa 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 re sa 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 re sa 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 ram. Ha re re ha re ha re ha re re ha re ha re re ha re ha re sa re sa 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 ra. Hare re, hare 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 re, hare 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 re, hare 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 ram. Sa re sa 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 re sa 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 re sa 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 ram. Hare re, hare 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 re, hare 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 re, hare 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 ram. Sa re sa 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 re sa 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 re sa 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 ram. Hare re, hare 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 re, hare 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 re, hare 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 ram. Sa re sa 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 re sa 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 re sa 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 ram. Hare re, hare 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 re, hare 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 re, hare 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 ram. Sa re sa 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 re sa 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 re sa 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 ram. Hare re, hare 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 re, hare 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 re, hare 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 ram. Sa re sa 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 re sa 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 re sa 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 ram. Hare re, hare 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 re, hare 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 re, hare 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 ram. Last one. Sa re sa 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 re sa 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 re sa 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 ram. Hare re, hare 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 re, hare 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 re, hare 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 ram. Hare re, hare 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 re, hare 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 re, hare 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 ram. Breathe in and suspend your breath for as long as it feels good. As if to keep that moon energy and release. We'll finish with an Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Breathe in to chant. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. And let's sit in silence for a few minutes. Absorbing every vibration. Tuning into our intuition. there's any insight you want to write down in your journal, you can do so now. No rush. Your eyes are closed. You can start slowly to open them. If your legs are asleep, like mine, take some time to rub them and move very slowly. So before I stop the recording, I would like to thank everyone who joined live tonight. It was such a pleasure having your energy with me, and for all those of you who can make it and are watching the replay, thank you so much for doing your part of the work when it is a good time for you, and know that you were in our thoughts. You were with us in spirit. Thank you so much, everyone. Namaste. The light in me sees the light in you.